And we're back with another testimonial. That's just what we do here at Product Gym. And I have my man Kel here from the Bay Area. How's it going?
Going good. How about yourself?
Dude, not too bad, man. Not too bad. So, tell us, this is actually, I think, one of the most, I think probably the most brutal tech job hunting markets ever. Uh, what was your experience like before working with us and then after working with us?
Yeah, so I was laid off back in December, and
Okay.
this is actually the first time I haven't had a job since college. So everything was really brand new to me. It was kind of like I was in disbelief. And from the last time I applied to jobs, I thought, okay, you know what? Let's just start applying. I'm not going to let this unemployment get me down. I'm going to get a job really quickly and be back on my feet. Little did I know, the job market has completely changed. It's brutal. It's unfair. Um, and I was looking for months and months, and I had all the skill set, the experience to get even, lower roles that I was applying to, and it was just tough. So that was kind of my experience jumping into it. Back in the day, you used to make one little update to your LinkedIn and your inbox would get blown up by recruiters. It's not that way anymore. So that's kind of my experience before joining Product Gym.
Got it. And you also did the program within a product school. I mean, how would you compare our program with product school?
Product school was more focused on, the core skills of being a product manager. So I primarily use that to kind of fill in my skill gaps. So analytics at the time wasn't my strong suit, so I use that to fill that in. In terms of, job placement and networking, there's like a job board. But I mean, that's kind of the extent of it. You can reach out to people. Maybe they'll do some introductions, but in terms of, really pushing you to put your best foot forward and putting in the effort, um, didn't really see a whole lot of that.
Got it. Got it. Okay. And you have been probably my most vocal, probably one of my most coachable guys in terms of putting out YouTube content consistently. There's some that have put out some YouTube content, but nobody does it as consistently, both in long and short form. How I would say like how beneficial was that towards your job search? Did you get any feedback on your YouTube channel at all?
Yeah, absolutely. So in this new job hunting market, just having a LinkedIn presence, a resume, and applying, it's just not gonna cut it. You need to be seen. So being able to stick out like a needle in a haystack is you need to have a social presence. So starting this YouTube channel did two things. Number one, I got in, got my feet wet, failed a lot, but that also helped me learn a lot about AI. Number two, that helped me work on my content creation skills. And number three, that helped me be able to translate something that could be very complex into something that, anyone can understand, even people that are not in tech or in product management. So, back to your question about the YouTube videos, I pretty much all of my interviews that I've had and people that reached out to me did mention something about, hey, I checked out your videos, or hey, I will check out your videos about AI. So that definitely gave me an advantage in terms of getting noticed.
Did it give you an advantage in terms of establishing or proving your credibility? Because I think it's very hard for people to I think it's very hard for people to prove that they are who they say they are just with verbal answers. Like, were you able to reference any of that in the interview process at all?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can practice mock interviews all day, but being able to show something that you actually worked on and built is completely different. I've had several interviews where the interviewer asked me to do a screen share and walk me through something that I built or walk me through how you would build something. And since I've already done it, it was pretty easy and natural for me to go through it. So I think that was definitely an advantage.
what words of encouragement would you offer to people considering if they should join the Product Gym program?
Yeah, I mean, check it out. It's definitely not your normal run-of-the-mill advice on how to find a job in this new market. This new market is completely changed and continues to change. So, shout out to Rich for really observing the landscape and seeing what works and what doesn't work. There's also some unique, unorthodox tactics that we go through. I'm not going to say it was easy. There's a lot of work you have to put in. But from just following Rich and his advice, I saw a lot of results. So yeah, I 100% recommend the program.
How many interviews do you have lined up for this week? Like
I did.
even post bagging in the offer, like you still have interviews in the pipeline, right? So how many more interviews do you have
Yes.
in the pipeline?
So I got six more for this week. I actually have one right after this, and I've got a case study for next week. Yeah, so six plus a case study.
Damn, dude. So in terms of compensation, considering what you were making pre-layoff, was that pay bump, pay cut, lateral move?
It was a little bit of a pay bump. Yeah.
So people are still getting jobs in this market, right?
Yeah, you just got to put in the work.
Have you, I know you're still on the hunt as of right now, but um, and we're gonna wait off a little bit before we release the testimonial. But like right now, I think probably one of the most difficult endeavors is to land a job. Have you told? I know you go out a lot. Is just looking at your IG. Have
Yes.
like your friends, people in your own personal circle, like have they asked you like how you've been able to do it, or like come to you for any type of career advice?
Yeah, they have. I have a close group of friends that are pretty updated on my whole process, and they were like, I think people would be very interested if you shared what your process was, because they know the amount of work I put into it. Um, some of them might be a little bit scared that that layoff might be coming soon for them, because no one is really safe in this market for now. But yes, I think there's definitely interest in what my process was.
I could definitely see you as one of the future Elevate franchise holders, my man. That is actually where the future I think is going is having these because I see that you do jujitsu and you're very like you're very much out there going out. I can't obviously be now that I have more courses, I can't ever always be everywhere at once and it's actually one of the perks of being part of the family is that you do get dibs. Uh, I I heard the Bay Area's like the tech scene there is somewhat okay.
I don't know. It's pretty volatile right now. That there's like
Nah,
some
man,
new
it's still the
news.
tech capital. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a hell of a place to call your territory if you did the franchise deal with
yeah,
us.
that's true.
Get off my block. That's actually the next part of that's actually the next part of this business that I'm very interested in is where people actually call us and say, Rich, you gotta talk to Kel, okay? Up the street. He's breaking the rules, man.
Oh, man.
But no, I think right now you're totally right. So my best advice also to you, I think it's the martial arts background and how you have like multiple things going on. But I'll give you some feedback. It's so important for people that's in the job hunt right now. I saw with Cal still making still having a very strong support group having that community to keep you sane because loneliness right now I heard is as bad as like smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. So I see that you're very active, like you do DJ gigs at like your gym, go to Europe, fun employed,
Yeah.
Mexico, Hawaii. I'm like, this guy here doesn't need a job. He's
I
also
mean, yeah, I mean, during that time, that probably wasn't the smartest financial decision, but I needed something to keep my spirits up. So, I mean,
you're talking to a guy who spent the last year and a half in Asia, man. I get it.
yeah.
Well, minus the financial difficulty part. You know? But no, I think having that very close support group definitely helped you out a lot too, because when you're showing up in there and you're mad antsy and it seems like you're mad desperate, it doesn't really seem like you're gonna be a value add because they're also very stressed out themselves. But also being very consistent, you showed up to the vast majority of the calls, with the exception of traveling, and constantly putting out content out there, not just long form content, but also short form content. And I think like looking at your content channel like right now, it's gotten so much better. Like how you're like your first couple of videos obviously were like this look very stiff, as were mine, and then now it's like you're more
Yeah.
fluent. It doesn't it help you like remember things like what you did with like VO3 and Nano when you're explaining it onto a camera because you can't ramble. And I think YouTube is actually way more beneficial than mock interview, in my opinion.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, I agree. It gives people a glimpse of how you communicate. If you can communicate on YouTube, then you can talk to anybody.
100%, man. Well, don't stop creating content. I'm gonna talk to you a little bit after
Never.
this about the franchise. Um, but I feel like dude, you'd crush it. With that said, yo, this was Kel. I'm gonna talk to you all very, very soon. Please schedule a call if you're ready to go ahead and finally make a transition, grab multiple remote AI product manager offers. Talk to you soon, Cal.
All right. Thank you.